Hey everybody, thanks for being here. I want to talk about technique. I think technique is subjective. I don't think there's one right way to do this thing we do. I think fulcrum is subjective. I don't think there's one right way to hold the stick. And the reason why I say that is if I go on YouTube right now and I look up 10 of my favorite percussionists or drummers, I'm going to find 10 different ways to hold the stick. And that tells me a couple of things. One, we're all built differently. We're all different sizes. We all have different sized arms and hands and fingers. Some of us are more flexible than others. So we do what's comfortable for us. And you'll also notice that some of these people will change their fulcrum as they're playing a particular piece or song. And I am that kind of player. I am sort of a fulcrum fluid player. So depending on the sound that I want, I'm going to change how I hold the stick. I think in our percussion world, we're very dogmatic about fulcrum. We say, this is how you hold the stick, and that's how it is all of the time. And I just wanted to mention the thing about a fluid fulcrum, just to get that in your ear and to get you experimenting with different ways that you can hold the stick. But that's not what this video is about. I'm going to take it back to basics and talk about why technique is important to me. For me, technique is simply two things. It's finding relaxation while I'm playing, and it's also finding the sound that I want. That's it. And I feel like if those two things sort of guide my technique, then I question why we use words like grip when we're teaching percussion. Grip literally means to seize or hold firmly. And that's the opposite of relaxation, of comfort, of fluidity. And I think we do ourselves and our students a disservice when we start with that kind of thinking and that sort of relationship to the stick and our body. So regardless of the fulcrum that you use, I think the thing that prevents us from achieving fluidity and comfort and relaxation is tension in our fulcrum. Specifically our fingers, specifically our grip. I think releasing this tension is so important. And I want to demonstrate one simple sort of way to think about releasing that tension in this next video. Hey percussionists, make a fist and try to move up and down and up and down. Stop. Relax. Now try to move up and down. Which one's easier for you? Hint, it's not this one. This one's easier. And how does this relate to this? When we hold the stick with too much tension, we're essentially doing this. And when we do this, we limit the range of motion of our wrist and how fluidly it can move. When we release that tension, our range of motion becomes much bigger, and also our fluidity becomes much better too. And here's this. Okay, so releasing tension in our fulcrum also allows the stick to rebound and move freely on the drum and also in our hand. And that helps us play fluidly, and it also helps us get a really beautiful sound out of the instrument. Here's a silly sports analogy to help you think about rebound. Have you ever seen anyone dribble a basketball like this? Of course not. This actually isn't dribbling. I'm not allowing the ball to do what it naturally wants to do, which is rebound off of the ground. When we hold tension in our fulcrum, we aren't allowing the stick to rebound naturally. We are essentially this person. Don't do this or this. Our job when dribbling or drumming is to simply help guide the ball or stick and help it continuously and freely move. I'll leave you with this. Nothing is off the table. For example, you might use a little bit of firmness in your fulcrum if you're, say, rolling on the drum. But we should understand when to use that firmness, and when we don't need it, we should understand to release it in our body and release that tension to go back to our most natural state of playing. And I'll also say this, there are so many facets of percussion technique to touch on that would spend hours upon hours, that we could spend hours upon hours talking about. But I wanted to talk about releasing tension in the fulcrum because I feel like without achieving that, we're not able to fully access all of the other things we need to in our playing. All of the intricate details are based on understanding that sense of relaxation. I'll leave you with that. Thanks so much for supporting me on this platform. I hope this video was helpful to you. I hope you can use it to explore releasing tension in your hand and in your fulcrum. And hopefully that allows you to play in a more comfortable, relaxed, joyful way where we're avoiding pain and we're avoiding discomfort and we're really just focusing on the music. Thanks so much.